You'll never guess the new Supreme Court ruling about the IRS and what they can do to you. Quite simply, the IRS can now look into your information. They can look into your information if you happen to do business or did some type of transaction with someone they're investigating. And who knows who they're investigating, why they're investigating, right? They could be looking into anyone for any reason. I mean, they're the government, and they're not scared of us anymore. So now anyone, for any reason, legally now, can be looked into. If you just happen to have done some type of, or you have some type of relationship with someone they're looking into without notifying you. You're not notified. You have no idea. So that knock someday on your door from the IRS and the 87,000 new agents, or the 40 or 30 or 50,000 that they're hiring, the couple hundred with the bulletproof vests and packing heat, well, that knock someday, you won't know until they're knocking on that door, because you don't have to be notified anymore. They don't have to tell you. That is the new government running amok. I shouldn't say that's the government since 1971, since 64, since we've broken the money, since 1933, Executive 6102, Executive Order 6102, government stealing property, stealing wealth from its citizens, stealing gold, banning gold. 1944, Bretton Woods Agreement. How about Japanese and turning Japanese? FDR did again. FDR did many things. One of the worst presidents we've ever had, along with Woodrow Wilson, and in creating the Federal Reserve in the teens, and the 16th Amendment, instituting the income tax, and the modern IRS. So we have all these unbelievable things going on. In 33, by the way, when they took gold out, they had to get the FDIC in then, because that's when that was created. Your deposits are safe. Well, you might not be backed by anything real anymore, but they're safe. This is a clown world we are living in now. So the IRS can do whatever it pleases and doesn't have to notify you. And in Michigan, 3 years ago, I've told this story many times, but there was something that told me, I've had this intuition. And again, many people, none of us study the 6 higher faculties. And I've said this now in many videos, and we're going to talk more and more about what we can do to understand what's going on, to cut through the noise. But we don't study the 6 higher faculties that Bob Proctor talks about, and actually understanding our brain, our thinking, our mental, just our mental awareness and how we're designed. But will, reason, imagination, memory, perception, and intuition, those are the faculties that we have as human beings that no one else, no other being has. And just using my intuition and my perception, the frame I see life through over the last 14 years, it's become very obvious that this was the path we were going down, and I had to prepare myself. I had to get food storage and water and ammo and firearms and Bitcoin and gold and silver, which I don't have anymore. I lost them all in a boating accident. So anyone from the IRS or anyone from the government or the DOJ watching, sorry, I lost them all in a boating accident. Very sad. And I'm starting at zero again, but I'm trying to get back. So this is the world we have to get prepared for, to thrive on the backside of what's coming. That those people, the arson and the firefighter, creating all these problems, destroying the money, the military-industrial complex, destroying everything in the name of the one world government, which, again, not my doing. Club of Rome, the World Economic Forum, NATO, all these organizations that have been outlined in many books over the years, namely some of the chief ones being the Communist Manifesto, the Naked Communists, outlining everything that these people were going to do, the communists and the Fabianists, the socialists, they were creating this one world government utopia that they hope to achieve. This is the end game. This is very obvious. And if you want kind of the synopsis, kind of how things are going, where we are, and what kind of end game looks like, go get the Capitalist Manifesto by Robert Kiyosaki. Came out a year or two ago. Phenomenal book. Goes through all these things. I just did some TikTok videos on Stalin, and at the end of the day, again, there's many of us that have done things over the years, and people are like, "Oh, you're on TikTok right now? Like, what are they Chinese?" Like, I don't know. No one knows if they're Chinese spies or what's going on. But our information's everywhere, and I'll be damned if I'm going to sit here and stand by and not open my mouth. I don't care what platform I'm on, necessarily. But as long as we can get our message out there, I have thousands of followers on TikTok, and as long as we can get our message out there and reach the most amount of people, I know that's what I'm called to do. And God's going to lead me where I need to go, and to get our message out there, and to get truth, liberty, and freedom out there, period. That's my mission, period, hands down. So whatever needs to be done, however need to get out there. And this is why, this is the calling. And for good men and women to not stand up is evil itself, in the face of evil. That is the plan. They are hoping that you're so confused, so scared, so annoyed with the process that you will not be in it. That is one of their stated objectives as well, to annoy people so much that you will sit down, shut up like a sheep, and you will not do anything. And that's exactly opposite of and that's like the video we did as well with Sarah Palin resigning. Hey, God love her, whatever. She resigned. She chose to resign and take that path. Well, that's exactly what they want. The evil wants people to sit down and say, you know what, I'm not going to fight anymore. That's what they want. And not everyone, I get it. Life's life. Life's crazy. I can't do all the things that I want to do, but I'll be darned. Any of us can flip a camera open for 5 minutes every single day and start spouting off and start giving your opinion. And if we overwhelm the system, all you need is 3%. The 3% patriots gave America, gave America to the world, 3% of the population. That's all we need. It's people to open their mouths. Money, voting, you can vote with your wallet, vote with your feet, you can vote with the ballot box or the ammo box. There's many ways to vote. But psychology is what is a massive driver of money and voting and politics. So if 3% of us, 5%, 10% of us are opening our mouth, going to PTA meetings, going to things, actually figuring out what's actually happening, and opening our mouths and standing up against evil, guess what? Things change like that. So the IRS rule and what's happening here is because we continue to sit down. Good people continue to sit down, shut our mouths, and don't do a thing. And that's exactly what evil wants. That's exactly what the devil wants. So keep giving in. Keep losing. You're in competition. You are in a war right now. You're in a competition with evil. Good versus evil. Are you going to win or are you going to lose? Are you going to give your every last ounce you have? Are you going to get knocked off the horse and lay there like a little biatch? Or are you going to get up? That's on us. That's on good people to stand up and do what we are called to do. So the IRS doing whatever they're doing is because of us. That's because of us, plain and simple. So we can either stand up and make our voice heard, or we will be relegated to the trash bin, the dustbin of history, in an eternal tech AI matrix spun up by Bill Gates, Noel Harari, Klaus Schwab, and the people that have told you you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. This is not financial advice, it's freedom advice. Please share us out because the algorithm hates truth. I appreciate you coming to my TED Talk, as always, but this is getting serious. This is serious time, guys. This is serious time. Fix the money to fix the world. Politics is great. You have to be involved, but you have to vote with your wallet and your feet, and you have to get vocal every single day. You got to show up to a meeting or two a year, but you show up, get on a blog, open up your phone for 5 minutes every day, put it on TikTok, put it on a blog, put it on Facebook. Start getting out there and start changing the narrative. If we all start doing that, if 10% of us start doing that, things change like that. It's because the loud minority has chosen to, with their megaphones, propagate it and amplify by all of our tax dollars, by all of our currency that's being printed away. That's why money breaks things. When you break the money, you're allowing governments and ruthless people and greed-hungry people to just do whatever they want and sprinkle down their propaganda into whatever arm, into whatever vehicle they want, and to propagandize the people and brainwash people. And we're all brainwashed. We're all biased and brainwashed to a certain degree. Some is less than others. That's what I continue to try to do every day. How can I use my 6 higher faculties to see the game theory, to see opposing opinions and hold to opposing opinions in my head? How can I lower cognitive dissonance? How can I understand human biases? That's what we're doing here, and we are just getting started. We are going to be doing much more in talking about this and training and looking at these things. We're doing things with Bitcoin trading cards to help orange pill people, to help red pill people about what's actually going on in the world. With our children's books coming out, the ABCs of Bitcoin and EFGs and the XYZs and the content we have coming in, much like the Tuttle Twins. If you've seen the Tuttle Twins, how can we start talking to the children and start talking to adults at the same time and putting out, we have stuff in the works for clothing, we have stuff in the works for children's cartoons as well, and books, like I said, many things, games. We are going to do many things, and I couldn't be more excited because this is the time. This is the time that try men's souls, as Thomas Paine said. So how are we going to act? How are we going to respond? Please share us out. Again, the algorithm hates truth. Question everything is boldness, even the existence of God himself. So trust but verify. Trust what I'm saying, but verify it. Please. This is our ethos. I look forward to seeing you on the next one.